Okay, so yesterday up to triggers and some basic information about triggers. We discuss what is trigger and types of triggers and purpose of triggers where we want to use. Later on, some general syntax of creating DML trigger, and after that, some events we discuss before event and after event. After that, levels of triggers. The two levels we can create: role level as well as statement levels. Okay, now, all right. So the next one, continuation, text hiding, bind variables. So here bind variables are just like normal variables. Generally, can you tell me why are you declared or why are you use variables in your programs? So the advantage of variables is what now? Whenever we need to store some values, generally variables are we are declaring in our programs for storing purpose, storing some values. Same as bind variables also same like that normal variables. How we are using normal variables for storing some values purpose, same as bind variables also. Okay, na? But here the bind variables will not store which was given by user. That means I can't directly store it. So when it will be stored means whenever you will be performing some insert operation. Suppose are you performing insert operation on particular table, and this insert command through whatever the values the user sending, those values are storing under bind variables. Like same as when we want to do updation, when we are doing updation, okay, of particular row or rows, and which value we are updating, that updating values are going to be stored into bind variables. Same as when we want to go for delete. So whenever you want to delete some row data from your table, and the row data values are storing under bind variables. So that means these bind variables are storing values, but when and where and how it was storing means when user is performing some insert, update, and delete. So these three DML operations through data inserting, data updating, data deleting. So these values are storing under bind variables. Understand my point now? So now that how is and how many types here we will discuss. Right down below. Bind variables are just like normal variables, just like normal variables, which will store the values, okay, while inserting, comma, updating, and deleting data from a table. Data from a table. And these bind variables, guys, here, two types it was there. First one we called as colon new is a one bind variable, colon new. So this bind variable, the values will be stored whenever you want to insert. So insert means when you are inserting some new values, so there it will be stored in bind. So that means what we called a new variable, and storing values when we insert. So what is the syntax for this bind variable here? The syntax of bind variable, careful observe, colon new, compulsory colon should be used, dot, and which particular column value we need to store. That column name should be give it. Understand now? So this is my syntax. And now, same as the second one we have here, colon old. This is another bind variable. So this variable is also storing values when we delete. Okay, na? And what is the syntax for this? And which column data or which row are you deleted? In the row, particular column value I can store. Particular column values I can store. Okay, fine. But remember, these two binding variables in which level of triggers we can use means that these bind variables can be used, these bind variables are used in which level of triggers means, can you remember yesterday we discussed two levels. One is row level, one is statement level. And these bind variables are used in row level triggers only. It means that statement level triggers, you didn't use your binding variables. Okay, right. So these are the complete, the theory information about your trigger. And now we will go for to take some examples on here. I will show you on each and every reason. So what we said triggers are we are using for to rising alerts with security way and to controlling DML and DDL operations, implementation of business logical conditions for validating and as well as auditing. So on each reason or each purpose, we will see one practical example, how we can go to use this. Okay, now, right. And the first one you can say to take how to rise alerts, right on below. The first case of examples on to rise alerts with a security manner. The first case. Okay, now see. For example, I want to give some alert. I want to raise some alerts when user is performing some DML operations. Suppose user, when he was trying to insert data into a table, then immediately have to raise one alert. What is the alert? Someone inserted data into your table. Please check it. So I can raise like that. If someone is going to be tried to modify, it's nothing but update. Immediately have to raise a alert. Someone updating your data. Same as deleting. If anybody try to delete it, then you have to raise someone deleting data. So these kind of things when user is performing, then immediately have to raise some alert. In my application, I want to raise some alert. Okay, how we can do this. And the alert also how it will be with the security levels. For example, if someone is accessing your online account with some user ID and a password, he will try to hack your account. So when someone is trying to hack your account, he was trying your user ID and password. What I want to do immediately, the message I want to send it to customer. What is the message? Someone is accessing your online SBI account or HDFC account. So please wants to check it out. Yes or no? Okay. That message, how I want to send here, I want to send that alert to customer, and same as here, I should not give a permission. Understand? Na? That is called a security. For example, you are sending alert, but your login success. Is there any use? No. So you are sending alert, but your person, unknown person, is successfully logging into your account, your money transferred. So is there any useful that kind of alerts we need to raise? Not use. How I want to raise here? I want to raise alert with the security. So raise alert, but don't give a permission here. So that kind of alerts I need to create. So now how I can create, sir? Let me come out to your database as usual. And in the database, okay, you first, as your account, you need to connect. And what should be, you have to use server output. Next, verifies off. Now you can come. So yesterday, I think one table we designed. What's the table? Test now. Select a star from test. So having some data. Okay. On this table, I think we created in yesterday one of trigger. What is the trigger we created? TR1. So now present on my table, there is a no triggers. It's a one new table without having any trigger. Now on this table, if any user try to perform insert, update, delete, then immediately that statement, that means alert, I need to send to my customer. Okay, na? So now on that I'm creating here, create or replace. What is now? Trigger TR. Okay, I say alert. Okay, na TR alert. Now, here you can use after or before or anything you can use as your wish. First, I will show you insert command on which table? Test table. Then after, here I'm not using any binding variables. So, if I'm not using binding variables means it's not a row level trigger. Okay, it's a statement level trigger. So, that's a for each row, don't use. Directly start, begin. After begin, let me see, I'm just writing some statement to understand by user. What is the statement here? DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line of, what I want to give some statement? Someone inserting a new row data into what now? Into your table. Okay, na? This is what? And what I say, please check it. Please check it. Okay, this is the one statement. This is my alert statement I given here. Okay, fine. Then after, I just end to execute now. So successfully a trigger created. But tell me this trigger I created on which command? Insert command. On which table? Test table. So now let me see. Now we want to test. Insert into test, sending values. Already some values are existing. Smith, Jones, Allen, and Scott. And now I'm going to taking here James. James and salary was giving here 34 or else 35,000. So what it was going to be happened, you can show this record is not allowed and immediately send a alert. Then it is called a secure. But what it was happening here, you can see. So my trigger is firing, and in the trigger body, whatever the message I return, the message is also displayed. What is the message? Someone inserting a new row data into your table, please check it. This is called a alert message. But below what it was came, that means he was login successful. Now tell me, if you created this kind of triggers, any useful? No. So it is not useful for us. So that's what we want to do, sir. How I can restrict this, sir? Okay, and here up, sir. And before that, I just come out and see my table where the record is inserted. What is the record? James, 35,000. So record is successfully inserted. But alert is raised. But data inserted. Then what is the use to raise a alert? Okay, na? So here the thing is what now? In my trigger, I'm not using any restriction statement. I'm not using. Can you check carefully? Are you using any restriction statement? No. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore line is what? Only statements are printing purpose. But there is no restrictions. Then how we need to restrict now? So I want to restrict and also raise alert. Question understand now? How to do? In that cases, can you remember in exception handling, one statement I said, rise underscore application underscore error. Remember now? That statement what we discussed there, the statement is not going, it's going to be rising error, but not handling. Exception is raised, but not handle. So that was said. There you didn't understand the use of that what we called rise underscore application underscore error. But that statement mostly we can use under triggers. Now see, I'm using in the trigger. Same trigger insert command begin, and now in place of DBMS underscore output, what I want to use now? I want to use rise underscore application underscore error. And now tell me, this method is having how many arguments? 2 arguments. First argument is exception number. Second argument is message. So your message is okay. Number should give na? That number, how much I said? Minus 20,000, 1 to 20 minus 20,000, 999. In between any number you can give it. Okay. Now I'm giving some number. Minus 20,000 some number. So minus 2463 is a number. It's called exception number. And someone inserting a new row data into your table, please check it. That is a message. Okay. Right. The 2 statements I followed here. The 2 arguments I'm passing to my method. Then after, what do you want to do? End. So that means what I'm going to do, if I'm using DBMS underscore, the problem is what now? The statement will be printed, but your action is performed. But what is our requirement? My statement will be print. That's called my statement should be alert, and also operation should not be performed. Then only there is a sum secured. Okay, now you can see for that purpose I'm using what now? Rise underscore application error. Now you can go to execute. Trigger created as usual. And now you can come back and see to insert. Insert into tester, sending values of suppose here, what is the name? Okay, James. And we have here, okay, Miller, and some amount of salary I am passing. So now I'm trying to insert this data. What it was happening, you can see. Immediately your trigger is activated and it was firing some error. What is my exception error? My number is what now? Aura minus 20463. This is number. Yes or no? What is your message? Someone inserting a new row data into your table, please check it. And what it was saying here, error during execution of the trigger, so-and-so database, so-and-so trigger name. So now we can see it was showing error. Okay, you try, but not allowed. and see whether this Miller record is inserted into my table or not. Check it out. Inserted? No. So that means now it is satisfied now. Yeah. So what it was happening here? So my alert successfully raised and my operation is successfully restricted. Got it my point now? So this is what we called as a rise underscore application error. How much important role will play in trigger? Now understand now? Right on below. This is one example. Okay, right. So this is insert. Don't write, observe. Suppose, sir, if I want to go for updation, then updation how to do means that is very simple. Just I'm taking this one. Don't write, just observe. In the notes, it will be there. Now, everything is same, but just I need to change my update operation. And some statement, suppose some number also if you give 7 something. Someone, what do you do? Here we can say updating a row data in your table. Please check it. So everything same, only this okay operation is changed here. And let me come out and try to this. Okay, and you use now and execute. Trigger executed. And which command we need to perform now? Update test set salary is equals to 34,000, where e name is equals to, suppose I'm going to give it now, okay, Smith. But Smith employee, okay, can you tell me Smith employee salary how much here? That I'm trying to what? 34. I'm trying, but what happened? You can see error. What error is was come out here? Someone updating a row data into your table. Please check it. So that means you can't go for to do updation. Understand my point now? You can't go to do updation. This is updation. Same as suppose now I need to write a deletion. Deletion also how to write now? So now you can same as now. Example number 3. Don't write, just observe, because these all are having in the materials. But your concept understand here. So delete. So here what I want to say is someone deleting. Okay na? A row, what you say? A row from your table. So again, if I want to go for this, okay, if you want to go for this and execute now, trigger created. Let me try here, delete from test. So where, suppose e name is equals to Scott, but what it was saying again, error. Someone is trying to delete it. So now this is individually, you can go to, okay, use your trigger to raise your alert. This is individual. But you people are asking, sir, why should I want to go for individual? I want to go for all together. Okay, na? So trigger with the all. So they're same simple. So here also simple. You just take it now. Okay, na? You just take it now. Okay, na? How to take it now here? Again the same way. Okay, again the same way. But here my example is all operations. So all operations means you can write like this. What is that? Insert or update or delete. And here what I want to do, someone is performing DML operation, okay, operations on your table. Someone is performing DML operation on your table. So please check it. So now you can come out and see this program. If I executed now, trigger successfully created. Now you can go for insert, update, delete, anything. So what is the message will display? Someone is performing DML operations on your table. Please check it. Suppose anything. Suppose I just go to come out here. Just now we are using delete command. So delete command you can use. Now the message what it was display here. Someone is performing DML operation on your table. So please check it. So it means what you understand. So at a time I can go to restrict or to raise your alert when user perform any DML operation. Okay, na? Individual you can go, combination of all together you can go. So this is what now, how to rising alerts with the security. But along with the rising alerts, can you see your insert, update, delete operations also restricted na? Yes, that's called a controlling DML operation. So this is your first and second reasons. Rising alert with a security manner and to control DML operation. DDL operation I'm not discussing. We are discussing DML triggers. Which triggers we are discussing? DML. Later I will show you DDL. Okay, right. So these two statements are, we understand. We are controlling DML operations and we are rising alerts. That's the one thing. Next case is what now? Implementing business logical condition. What is business logical condition, sir? Now I want to take example on right now. Take siding. Example on implementing on implementing business logical conditions. What is this? One example you can try. Write down. Create a trigger to restrict or to restricted all DML operations on a table on every Friday. On every Friday. On every Friday. So, question understand now? Weekly, how many days? 7 days. Out of 7 days, which day I need to restrict my DMLs? Friday. So that means Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. These 6 days working. Which day is not working? Friday. So when the day is Friday, immediately I want to stop. What I want to stop? My transactions. Which transactions? DML transactions. Question understand na? This is called a business logic. So my business transactions, I'm not allowed on Friday. Question understand na? So how we can write, sir? Let me come. Suppose let me call one of my table. I think we created a branch is created one of table. On this table, now I'm going to perform some operation. And before that, I need to, do some update here. Update branch set. Okay, so B name is equals to, for example, HDFC, where branch code is equals to 1022. Okay, and I just go to commit. So now you can come out and see your table. Okay, this is present my table data. On the table, every Friday, I need to stop my operations, my transactions I want to stop it. How to write now? Create or replace trigger TR day. Just I'm taking our understanding purpose. Now you can use after or before, whatever you can use. Which operations I need to restrict? Insert or update or delete. Okay, on which table? Branch table. Okay, fine. And later you have to go begin. But under begin, under body of trigger, you need to write a logic. So what is my logic here? How I need to, that means how the system will know about today is a Friday, tomorrow is a Saturday. How the system will know? According to your date and time. Yes or no? By this reason only, the system will know. So now what I want to do, this date, if I want to see, is there any function? Which function? Sysdate. Okay. Now let me come. Here I'm writing a logic. What is the logic? If 2 underscore char, remember? If 2 underscore char of sysdate, very good. Sysdate dot, here interval what? Day. I'm comparing with what? Day. So here dy is equals to dy interval. In which format your day will be written? The first three characters of day spelling. What is the first three characters of day spelling? Friday. FRI. Suppose as per your system, today is a Friday, then what it will do? Your entire the function will return. Okay, return value is what? FRI. FRI is equals to my conditional value was FRI condition true. If condition true, my operation allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Not allowed. Friday restriction. This is Friday, na? So matching or not? That operation allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Don't think your normal logics. A different way think. In normal logic, what we think? X is equals to 0. True, execute. False, not execute. But here, false, what happened? Execute. True? That's a different. Don't think like that. This is a different concept. Okay, na? So now it is a Friday equals to Friday. Condition satisfied. Condition satisfied means my operation not allowed. When condition is not satisfied, then allowed. Concept understand, na? So now you can come out and see. If it is a Friday, then this is which condition? If condition. Okay, na? Already we discussed, na? Then what I need to message here? Rise underscore application underscore error. Some number you can give it as your wish. What do you say? What do you say? We cannot perform which operations? DML operations. Okay. On which table? On which table? On branch. On what? On Friday. Okay, na? So this is some statement I was given. Okay, fine. Then after, what you want to do? End if. This is which conditional statement? If else or simple if? Simple if. Simple if is having only true block. There is no false block. So that's why condition true, true block is executed. Condition is false, nothing is executed. Okay, na? So now finally end your begin statement. Then to execute now. Clear? Now any operation you can try now. But before trying, what is the day today? 18. As per my system, 18 is a which day? Friday. So condition satisfied? Satisfied. Satisfied means DML operations are performed or not performed? Not performed. Let you try. Let you try. Insert into branch, sending values of 1023, ICICI, and next, suppose I'm sending some Pune. But as per the system, today is a Friday. That's why this operation immediately rise error. What is error here? Your number minus 2654. We cannot perform DML operation on branch table on Friday. Got it? So now Friday we can't. But remember here, some people are have a doubt. Sir, only this Friday na or past tense, present tense, future tense also check it out. All, that's good. All are checking. Past Friday, not allowed. Present Friday, not allowed. Future Friday, not allowed. So that means trigger conditions are lifelong conditions. It's a past, present, future. Never work. Understand na? Let me test now. Let me test. This is your understanding purpose I'm doing. But in real time, you can't do this. Okay, na? If you try to do this, na, immediately error. Because date and time adjustable will do by only database administrators, not a developers, not a programmers. This is not your responsibility. That's why your date and time accessibility will be denied in real time. Okay, na? But here we are going to be understand for our concept I'm showing. But you can't do in real time like this. Okay, na? Last month Friday I have to check. July Friday, any day, 14 or 21, whatever you can say. Okay, July And here I want to take 14, huh? 14. So 2023 time I don't mind. So only date. Okay, date change. Date change, but as per your system date, 14th July 2023. But actually 14th July is also Friday. Let me come. Whether are you inserted or not? Inserted? No, same error. Yes or no? So that means past tense Friday you can't. Present Friday you can't. Now future check. Now future check. The future in the September I'm taking for example. September, okay, for example, 8 or 1, 8, 15, anything you can take. So I'm taking here 8 something. September 8. September 8. Time I don't mind. Okay, right. Now, as per your system, what is the date today? 8th September 2023. But 8th September is which day? Again Friday. Okay, sir. Let me come out and execute this. Working? No. What do you understand? Past, present, future. Any Friday. Okay, now once it is a Friday means operations are not allowed. Now I'm going to change other than Friday. For example, other than Friday means August. Today, what is the day? 18. I will take 19 now. So 19 means which day will come? Saturday. Okay, sir. Then come to your condition. 2 underscore char of sys date comma dy returns what it was returns? Saturday. Saturday is equals to Friday. Condition true or false? False. False means your rise application error statement is executed or not executed? Not executed. Not executed means the restriction is there or not there? Not there. Not there means DML operation is allowed? Yes. Now we can see allowed or not. Now we can see one row created. Got it? This is what we called as a business logic. Right down below. Completed? So now next example, one more example try. What is my next example? Create a trigger to restricted all DML operations, okay, operations on a table between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, what is the timing here? 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So morning 9 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. In between, if you do any transaction, the transaction is allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Question understand? Question understand first of all? Now how we can write? Let me come out and see. On the same table, I'm going to take. Present in my table, I want to check. There are 3 rows we have ICICI, SBI and HDFC. Now I'm going to create or replace trigger T or time. Okay. Then after or before, insert or update or delete. On which table? Branch. Then after begin. What is our condition here? Observe. If to underscore char function, what is this? Sysdate. If it will be, okay, na? HH, if I'm taking. HH means what? Hours. 24 means 24 hours format. So HH24, this is our, what we want to do between operator. Which operator? Between operator. In 24 hours between operator, 9 a.m. is nothing but 9 a.m. Yes or no? Between 9 a.m. and exactly I need to stop my restriction 5 p.m. If 5 p.m. crossed, allowed. Up to 5 p.m. Up to 5 p.m. exactly you want it means you have to take 16. Why we want to take 16? I will explain. So 9 to 5. My restriction should be 9 to 5. So 9 and 16. Then what I want to rise here? Rise underscore. What is that? Application underscore error of minus some number. 20,000, na? Some number. And what you say? What? Invalid time. Please check it or something you can write. No problem. Then after end if. Then after end to execute. Trigger created. Now come out. So now come out and your time is how much here? 5 crossed. 5 crossed means operation allowed. So that's why I want to change my time. So change my time. For example, I will go for morning 9 o'clock. Exactly 9 I set. So my time is what exactly? 9. So now we can see. On the 9, suppose if anyone DML operation try. Delete from branch where branch code is equals to 1021. Time is 9. And now you can come out and see your time 9 comes between 9 to 16. Satisfied? Between means what? Between value including source and destination. Including source and destination. So 9 comes under 9 to 16. Satisfied na? Condition true or false? True. True means what it was happened? Rise application statement is executed or not? Yes, executed. Executed means what? Restriction or not restriction? Restriction. Now you can see restricted. What it was say? Invalid time. What is my system time? 9. Okay, na? So not allowed. Okay, sir. That's fine. Next, I'm going to change my time now. What I want to do, 16, I will give it a 58 I'm giving now. 16:58. It means just 2 minutes to 5 o'clock. Yes or no? Now I'm going to execute the same thing. Allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Why not allowed? What is your hour? 16. 16? Now come out. 16 comes between 9 to 16? Yes or no? Yes. Condition true na? Yes. True means allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Focus, focus. Condition true means not allowed. False means allowed. Now, condition true. True means allowed, not allowed. Invalid time. But now we can see the time I'm giving now. I'm giving 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. What is my time now? 5 o'clock. What is hour? What is hour? 17. 17 come to check your condition. Condition false. False means operation allowed? Allowed. So that means my restriction is up to 5. Exactly if it is 5, then not allowed. So that's why I'm taking how much here? 16. Right down below. Completed. Here observe. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Then why are you taking 16, sir? Actually, so many people thinking it is a 17. Yes or no? 5 p.m. in 24 hours means what now? 17. But why I'm taking 16? There is a logic. If I'm taking 17, okay, now then you will get some problem. Okay, observe. 24 hours I'm asking. 24 hours format I'm taking now. So now 24 hours format, 9 a.m. is nothing but 9 a.m. only. Yes or no? Yes. But now tell me, 9 o'clock, when it was started? This is starting of 9. 9 o'clock, when it was end? 49. 9:59, 59. So 9.0 to 9.59. Is it comes under 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock? 9 o'clock. Clear? Now, suppose if are you, how much I need to restrict? 5 p.m. Exactly 5 p.m. 5 p.m. means if I'm taking what now? 17. If I'm taking 17, 17 means your 5 o'clock when it is started, when it was end. It means that if I'm taking in my logic, if I'm taking 17, then tell me my restriction up to 6 o'clock. But my restriction 5 only. That's why I'm not taking 17. What I was taken? 4 means what? 16. When it started 4 o'clock. 2 when it was ended. 4:59, 59. What is the restriction now? Up to 5 o'clock restriction. Logic understand now? Write down. Now understand. After the class, not understand. That's what take in the notes. Okay. One second. What's the time here? Date correct? Date wrong na? Correct? Okay now? Right. These are called some business logics how to write into write in your triggers. And what is the next purpose? For what? For validations. Write down below. So example on validating data. Okay, now take one example on this. Create a trigger to to control insert operation on a table if new salary is less than to 10,000. Okay, right. So what is my validating here? I want to control insert operation on my table. When I want to control if new salary is less than to 10,000. That means if your inserting salary is less than to my 10,000, then that salary don't allow. If my insertion salary is more than to 10,000, then allowed. Logic understand now? So now let me come to your the previous table. What is now tester? So now we have already some existing data was. Now I'm going to create on this. Okay. So what is my requirement here? Create or replace. What is this? Trigger TR what? Sal. And here you can use before or after, because some examples I'm using after, some examples I'm showing before. But anyone, you can use your wish. Which operation I need to control? Insert. On which table? Test. But here observe. You are inserting data or value comparing with whom? 10,000. But whatever you inserted, that inserted value, first I need to store into somewhere. Na? Yes or no? Store into somewhere. Where you want to store your inserted data? My inserted data, where we want to store. Come on, today we started that concept, bind variables. Bind variables started, bind variables are just like a normal variables, which will use to store values while inserting, while updating, while deleting. Yes or no? So that bind variable is required. For what purpose? My inserting salary value I want to store. Okay, na? But these bind variables I'm using in statement level or row level? Row level. Row level trigger indication is what? For each row. Very good. Then I want to apply. For each row. Compulsory. Because your bind variables you can't use in statement level triggers. Previous examples are statement level. Now these examples are row level. Okay, right. And what do you say? Begin. Now your condition. Simple conditions. If I'm storing into bind variable. Which bind variable? New. Dot. What is that? Column name. Which column data I want to store? Salary. Which column? Which column? Salary. If new salary less than to what? 10,000, then I need to what? Rise. Application error. Understand na? So what you say? Simply not allowed. Simple statement I'm giving. Okay na? Right. And after that, what do you want to say? End if and end to execute. So triggers are very small programs, guys, and easy if you know the logics, simple logics. Okay, na? Right. And now we can see above my table is this one. Already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people are there. Okay, na? Now I'm going to insert. Insert into test, sending values of Miller. I'm passing 9,000. So whenever user inserting this value, which column? Salary column. Salary column value storing into which memory? New variable memory. In new variable memory, how much storing? 9,000. 9,000 less than 10,000. Condition true. Condition true means it will be entered into rise statement. Yes. That means allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Okay, fine. Let me come out and see to execute. Not allowed. What it was say? Not allowed. Now, but if I'm giving here, okay, 12,000 I'm giving. Can I? Yes or no? Yes, it is allowed. DML operation trigger is there now. Previously created na performing DML operation. What is that? TR alert, I think so. Now okay. Now what we say? 12,000 allowed. 9,000 is not allowed. Now we can come out and see what table. Okay, 12,000 is allowed. But is there any 9,000? No, not at all. Right, Amul? This is data validating. Before you insert into table, data will be validate. So say you're not allowed and say you're allowed. Okay. So this is validating. Can you try one example? Right on. Create a trigger to control delete operation on a table if we try to delete the employee Smith details. Create a trigger to control delete operation on table if we try to delete the employee Smith details. Okay, now? If other than Smith, if I try to delete, what happened? Deleted. But if you try to delete a Smith details, then not delete. So condition understand na? So try at home. Tomorrow I will see you. Okay. So tomorrow I will check. Okay. And try this example. Right, guys? So I stop it and we'll continue on tomorrow. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much.